All right, so imagine this. You're in a busy kitchen, right? Flowers kind of in the air, You smell all that sugar and spice. But you're not just any baker. You're like the conductor of this whole delicious orchestra. You're the pastry chef. And today, we're diving deep into pastry chef interviews. We're going to be using insights from RoleCatcher's resources to help you land your dream job.
Oh, wow.
We've got a whole stack of sample questions and even a glimpse into how they use their AI.
Yeah.
It gives you a competitive edge.
It's fascinating, how AI is becoming so valuable for those job seekers.
Right.
Providing all that personalized guidance and feedback and everything.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's we'll definitely have to, explore that more later on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But first, let's imagine you're sitting across from the hiring manager.
Yeah. Okay.
They lean in and they ask you, what inspired you to become a pastry chef?
Yeah.
What's the secret ingredient to answering this question? It seems so simple.
Well, this is your chance to go beyond just saying, I love to bake.
Oh, right.
You really got to think about a specific moment or an experience that really solidified your passion. Maybe it was the joy on your family's face, when you baked your first pie.
Oh.
Or maybe that feeling of accomplishment when you mastered a really challenging technique.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I see it. So it's about connecting your passion to an experience that the interviewer can actually, feel and resonate with.
Precisely. And to make your answer even better, even stand out more.
Yeah.
You really want to think about how that experience translates into your strengths as a pastry chef.
Okay.
So maybe that first pie taught you the importance of precision and patience.
Right.
Or that challenging technique, maybe that fostered your problem-solving skills.
Those are good points.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say the next question is, what do you consider to be the most important skill for a pastry chef?
Okay.
What's the key ingredient there? Is it attention to detail? Is it creativity? Or is it something else?
I think it's a combination of both. But with a nuanced approach,
Okay.
You want to highlight that you understand the delicate balance between precision and artistry.
Okay.
So maybe you could mention techniques like tempering chocolate or even creating intricate sugar decorations.
Okay.
That showcases, attention to detail.
Right.
While discussing the development of new flavor combinations highlights your creativity.
I see.
Yeah.
So it's kind of showing that you've mastered both the technical and the artistic sides of pastry.
Exactly, and RoleCatcher's Career Guide.
Oh, right.
They emphasize the importance of continuous learning in this field. They suggest attending workshops.
Oh, yeah?
Experimenting with new ingredients and techniques.
I like it.
And even exploring international pastry traditions, just to kind of broaden your skill set.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
Okay, let's tackle another question.
Okay.
How do you stay up to date with the latest pastry trends and techniques? I'm guessing it's not enough to just flip through cookbooks these days.
You're right. The world of pastry is constantly evolving.
Yeah.
You need to show that you're a lifelong learner. So instead of listing a bunch of resources, give them specific examples.
Right.
Maybe mention a workshop you recently attended, like on molecular gastronomy.
Wow.
Or, a pastry chef you admire and follow online.
Cool. So it's about demonstrating that you're actively looking for new knowledge and inspiration.
Precisely. And you can tie this back to the job you're applying for. For example, if the bakery specializes in vegan desserts, you could mention your interest in plant-based pastry trends and how you've been experimenting with alternative ingredients.
Wow, that's really smart.
Yeah.
That's a great way to show that you're already thinking about how you can contribute to their specific needs.
Right.
Now let's shift gears a little bit
Okay.
to a question that focuses on leadership. How do you manage your team to ensure they produce high-quality desserts consistently?
Okay, so this question assesses your ability to not only manage, but also to inspire a team.
Right.
So you want to highlight your approach to setting clear expectations, providing constructive feedback,
Yes.
and fostering a collaborative environment.
I like it.
You might even mention a time when you helped a team member improve their skills or maybe resolve a conflict.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
So it's about showcasing your leadership style and your ability to create a positive and productive environment.
Exactly. And you can connect this to the RoleCatcher AI feature
Oh, yeah.
that analyzes job descriptions. By understanding the company's culture and values, you can tailor your answers to emphasize the leadership qualities they prioritize.
So smart.
Yeah.
It's like having a personalized interview coach,
It really is.
in your pocket.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get real for a second.
Okay.
Tell me about the question. Can you describe a time when you had to troubleshoot a recipe that wasn't working as expected?
All right, well, this is where you demonstrate your problem-solving skills under pressure.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't be afraid to share, a genuine experience where things went wrong in the kitchen.
It happens to the best of us.
Exactly. We've all been there.
Yeah.
What matters is how you approach the situation.
Okay, so walk us through the steps you took to identify the issue, the solutions you considered, and the outcome.
Right.
Did you adjust the baking time, substitute an ingredient, or did you just revamp the whole recipe?
You got to focus on the actions that you took, highlighting your critical thinking and ability to stay calm under pressure.
Right.
And remember, the outcome doesn't always have to be perfect.
True.
Even a valuable lesson learned from a failure can demonstrate your growth mindset.
That's a great reminder.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to a question that combined your culinary skills with aesthetics.
All right.
How do you ensure that your desserts are visually appealing as well as delicious?
Okay, well, this is where you can really showcase your artistry and your understanding that presentation is key. Talk about your approach to plating, decorating, and using elements like color, texture, and garnishes to create a visual feast.
It's like taking a blank canvas and creating this edible masterpiece.
Precisely. And to kind of elevate your answer, you could mention a specific dessert that you're particularly proud of and how you transformed it into a visual showstopper. Or you could discuss a pastry chef whose presentation style you admire and how you've incorporated elements of their techniques into your work.
Oh, wow. That's a great idea. It connects your skills to real-world examples.
Right.
Okay, now let's tackle a question that might seem less glamorous, but is equally important.
Okay.
How do you manage your inventory and ensure you have enough supplies for your desserts?
Well, this is your chance to showcase your organizational skills and your ability to plan ahead. You want to describe your system for tracking inventory, whether it's a spreadsheet, a software program, or even a meticulous handwritten list.
Right.
And don't forget to highlight your ability to anticipate demand, especially during peak seasons or for special events.
Good point.
Yeah.
So it's about demonstrating that you are proactive and organized and can handle the logistical side of pastry production.
Exactly. And you can tie this back to your commitment to minimizing waste.
Oh, yeah.
And controlling costs, which are valuable qualities for any employer.
Sure.
And before we move on, I want to point out how RoleCatcher's AI can provide feedback on your answers to these inventory-related questions.
Oh, cool.
Ensuring that you're using the appropriate terminology and emphasizing those skills that matter most to hiring managers.
Right. It's incredible how technology can just personalize that interview prep process and give you that competitive advantage.
It really is.
All right. We've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
But we've got even more interview insights and career tips to share. After a quick break,
That's good.
We'll be right back.
All right. Welcome back. Let's jump right into another interview question. Can you describe a time when you had to work under pressure to meet a tight deadline? Every pastry chef has faced this challenge.
Oh, yeah.
It's your chance to demonstrate your resilience and problem-solving skills in a fast-paced environment.
Absolutely. Those last-minute orders, or like unexpected event hiccups.
Right.
They can really test a chef mettle.
They do.
So what are some key points to highlight when answering this question?
Well, think about a specific instance where you successfully navigated a high-pressure situation. Maybe it was a large order for a wedding cake with a tight turnaround time.
Oh, yeah?
Or having to adapt a recipe quickly when a key ingredient wasn't available.
Been there.
Focus on your actions.
Okay.
How you prioritized tasks, delegated effectively, and remained calm under pressure.
So it's about showcasing your ability to not only handle stress, but to really thrive in those moments.
Exactly. And don't forget to mention the outcome.
Right.
Even if there were minor setbacks along the way.
Yeah.
Emphasize the positive results you achieved. And the lessons you learned.
That's a good point. Turning a potential negative into a positive demonstration of your growth mindset.
Exactly.
Now let's shift gears to a question that focuses on customers.
Okay.
How do you ensure that your desserts meet customer expectations and preferences?
Well, this question goes beyond just baking delicious treats. It's about understanding your target audience
Right.
and tailoring your creations to their needs and desires.
Okay.
So think about how you gather feedback.
Mm.
Do you engage in conversations with customers,
Right, yeah.
analyze online reviews,
Yeah.
or maybe even conduct surveys to gauge their preferences?
So it's about being a customer-centric pastry chef, actively seeking out ways to delight and exceed expectations.
Precisely. And you can showcase this by mentioning specific examples.
Okay.
Perhaps you adjusted a recipe.
To accommodate a customer's dietary restriction.
That's a good one.
Or created a seasonal special based on popular demand.
Nice.
These examples demonstrate your commitment to providing a personalized and memorable experience.
They do those real-world examples. They really make your answers come alive.
Right.
Impactful.
Exactly.
Now, let's address a question that can be a bit tricky for some.
Okay.
How do you handle criticism and feedback on your desserts?
Well, this question is designed to assess your maturity and willingness to learn and grow. No one enjoys receiving criticism, but it's an essential part of professional development.
It is.
Especially in a creative field like pastry.
Right. So how do you strike that balance between defending your work and being open to that constructive feedback?
It's all about approaching the situation with humility and a desire for improvement.
Okay.
Emphasize your willingness to listen to feedback from colleagues, mentors, and even customers.
Share an example of a time when you received constructive criticism and used it to enhance your skills or refine a recipe.
So it's about showing that you're not just a skilled baker, but also a lifelong learner, always striving to be better.
Exactly. And this is another area where RoleCatcher's AI can be incredibly helpful.
Oh, really?
By analyzing your responses to this question. Their AI can provide personalized feedback, ensuring that you're conveying the right tone.
Wow.
And emphasizing those qualities that hiring managers value in a pastry chef.
It's amazing how technology can just provide that targeted support and guidance throughout that whole process.
It is.
Okay, now before we kind of dive into the final stages of the interview, let's take a step back and look at the broader career path for a pastry chef.
Okay.
The RoleCatcher Career Guide offers some valuable insights into the different stages of this journey.
They do. They outline a typical progression, starting with the assistant pastry chef role, which focuses on mastering those fundamental techniques and supporting more experienced chefs.
Makes sense.
From there, you might move into a pastry cook position, where you take on more responsibility. You're preparing a wider range of desserts, and potentially even developing new recipes. And as you gain experience and expertise, you could progress to the sous chef role.
That's right. What are the key responsibilities at that level?
Well, the sous chef is essentially the right hand of the pastry chef. They oversee daily operations, manage the team, ensure quality control, and collaborate on menu development.
Wow. It's a pretty crucial role.
It is. It's a leadership position that prepares you for the top spot.
And finally, you reach the pinnacle. The pastry chef. The maestro of all things sweet.
Exactly. The pastry chef is responsible for the entire pastry operation, from crafting the menu and managing budgets to leading and inspiring the team and ensuring customer satisfaction.
It's a demanding role, but I bet it's so rewarding for those with the passion and dedication and a deep understanding of the pastry arts.
It is.
Speaking of passion, let's not forget about showcasing your skills and creativity through a portfolio. The RoleCatcher Guide highlights how a well-crafted portfolio can make you stand out.
It can. A portfolio is your visual resume. It's an opportunity to let your desserts speak for themselves.
Oh, like that.
Include high-quality photos of your best creations, detailed descriptions of the ingredients and techniques used, and even testimonials from satisfied customers.
It's like a curated art gallery.
It is.
Showcasing all your culinary masterpieces.
Precisely. And to make your portfolio even more impactful, consider tailoring it to the specific job you're applying for.
Oh, that's smart.
Highlight the skills and experience that align with the company's style and offerings. For example, if you're applying to a bakery known for its intricate wedding cakes, showcase your expertise in cake decorating and sugar work.
That's a great tip. It shows you've done your research. And you're genuinely interested in contributing to their specific needs.
Exactly.
Now let's circle back to RoleCatcher's AI for a sec. How can it help you refine your portfolio presentation? Can it analyze it and give you feedback?
Absolutely. Their AI can assess your portfolio's visual appeal, content clarity, and overall impact.
Wow.
It can even suggest ways to tailor it to different job roles.
So cool.
ensuring that you're highlighting the most relevant skills and experiences.
It's like having a personal branding expert
It is.
right there in your pocket.
Yeah. And speaking of personal branding,
Okay.
let's not forget the importance of networking in the pastry world.
All right.
Attending industry events, joining professional associations, and connecting with other pastry chefs online can open doors to new opportunities and collaborations.
So it's all about building relationships and expanding your horizons within that pastry community.
Precisely. And networking is another area where RoleCatcher's AI can be incredibly helpful.
Oh, wow. How so?
Their platform can connect you with other professionals in your field, suggest relevant events and workshops.
Oh, cool.
And even provide insights into the companies and individuals you're interested in.
It's incredible how technology can facilitate those connections.
It really is.
And create a more personalized and supportive career journey.
It is.
Now, with all these valuable insights and tools, you're well on your way to acing that pastry chef interview.
You are.
But before we wrap up this whole deep dive,
Okay.
let's address one final question that often comes up in interviews. Do you have any questions for us?
Yes. This is your chance to demonstrate your genuine interest in the position and the company.
Right. It's your chance to kind of shift from interviewee to interviewer.
Exactly.
Showcasing your proactive approach and genuine curiosity.
Right. Asking thoughtful questions demonstrates your engagement and your desire to learn more about the company and the role.
Yeah. So what are some insightful questions that candidates can ask to really leave a lasting impression?
Well, for example, you could inquire about the company's pastry philosophy, or their approach to menu development, or even their plans for future growth.
Yeah, so it's about aligning your interests with theirs, showing that you're not just looking for a job, but a place where you can contribute and grow.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to ask about professional development opportunities, you know?
Yeah.
Mentorship programs, or even the company's commitment to work-life balance.
That's a good point.
Those questions demonstrate, your long-term vision and your commitment to personal and professional growth.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of pastry chef interviews, I want to leave our listeners with a thought-provoking exercise inspired by the RoleCatcher Career Guide.
Okay.
If you had to choose one pastry that best represents your strengths as a pastry chef, what would it be?
Ooh.
And how would you pitch that to an interviewer?
That's a great way to tie everything together and showcase your personality and skills in a creative and memorable way.
Right. Would it be a perfectly layered opera cake, representing your precision and attention to detail?
Ooh, yeah.
Or maybe a whimsical and colorful macaron tower,
Nice.
showcasing your artistry and that flair for presentation.
I love it.
I'm thinking a classic croissant, flaky, buttery, the result of patience and dedication to mastering a traditional technique.
I like it.
What about you?
I'm drawn to the elegance and balance of a fruit tart. That crisp pastry crust symbolizes, that strong foundation of skills.
Right.
While the vibrant array of fresh fruit represents, a passion for seasonality and creativity.
That's beautiful.
It's a dessert that embodies both technical mastery and artistic vision.
I love it. Both excellent choices highlighting the diverse skills and perspectives that make a great pastry chef. So to our listeners, we challenge you to find your signature pastry.
Find it.
The one that captures your unique essence and showcases all those strengths.
Yes. And remember the journey to becoming a successful pastry chef.
Yeah.
It's a continuous process of learning, growing, and refining your craft.
It is.
Embrace challenges.
Yes.
Seek feedback. And never stop experimenting.
Right. The world needs passionate and skilled pastry chefs.
We do.
To create those moments of sweetness and joy.
Absolutely.
So keep those ovens warm.
Keep them warm.
Those whisks whipping.
Whipping.
And those imaginations soaring.
Soaring.
We're cheering you on every step of the way.
We are.
Happy baking, everyone.
Happy baking.